What is going on, guys? Bruin Steel here, and welcome back to another WWE broadcast. I'm your host, Bruin Steel, and today I am recapping the 2024 France Backlash pay-per-view that took place this past Saturday afternoon. Took place 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and before we get started, all I can say is, what a pay-per-view! What a atmosphere of the country of France. The crowd was absolute loud. The crowd was amazing, and that's just what it is. Like, man, like, can we get more WWE events outside of the U.S.? Like, the France crowd was awesome. You know, they were great. They were loud. It was amazing. The French crowd was amazing. It was absolutely awesome sight to see. But anyways, as you can tell, my good friend Canadian Yorker won't be able to join me. But if you want to check out his channel, his YouTube link will be in the description of this video. So be sure to check out my friend Canadian Yorker's YouTube channel, as well as our wrestling channel, which is WWE Wrestling Bros. So let's get to it. Backlash was just amazing. Like I said, the French crowd there was amazing. They were loud. They were chanting. It's like, why can't USA crowds be like that? I mean, I could go to a WWE event, right, and then just start a chant instead of saying what. It's like, but let's get started. So the first match that happened was we got Kevin Owens and Randy Orton versus the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. It was supposed to be a tag team match, but obviously, you saw what happened. Kevin Owens, Randy Orton started to brawl with the Bloodline, and it just got out of hand. It was complete chaos. And basically, Nick Aldis came out and said that, oh, do you want to attack referees, but then do it on your own term. Nick Aldis came out and announced that this match will now be a street fight. I'm like, here we go. And at first, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton took advantage in this match. Randy Orton dropped Tonga through a table. I know at one point Randy Orton went through a table by Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa was going to go put Randy Orton through a table, but then got an RKO. It was a frog splash from Orton to Tonga through a table. And then Kevin Owens threw Solo Sikoa through a table. And then I think it was, how did Orton go through a table? Give me a second. I think it was just a senton bomb, or it was like white noise. It's kind of like a white noise move by Solo Sikoa to put Randy Orton through a table. And then Kevin Owens went ham with the steel chairs, attacking Tonga with it, and hit a brainbuster from the top rope into 4 chairs. He goes for the cover, and then the referee got pulled of a debut. Everyone thought it was Jacob, literally. Everyone thought it was Jacob, but no, it was Tonga Lola. That is Tama Tonga's brother. So Tonga Lola makes his debut after Owens hit Tonga with the brainbuster. So if you guys don't know who Tonga Lola is, it's basically Tonga's brother. I'm not sure if he's the older or the younger brother, but then hitting Randy Orton and Owens with the steel steps. That set up Solo Sikoa to hit Kevin Owens with a huge Samoan spike to get the win. The Bloodline defeats Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Like, holy shit. Obviously, people expected the debut of Jacob Fatu, but we're like, maybe he's going to be costing Jey Uso the match later, his championship match later on. But obviously, the Bloodline's a new, bloodline, and, obviously, Paul Heyman didn't authorize this, so it might be The Rock behind everything playing chess. Obviously, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, I think they're not going to buy it that Roman Reigns didn't do it. But the Bloodline came victorious thanks to the debut of Tonga Loa, which is Tonga's brother. Thanks to him, the new the Bloodline defeats Kevin Owens and Randy Orton by pinfall. So you basically got the two brothers of Tonga, and then you got Solo Sikoa, and then obviously Jimmy Uso got kicked out of the Bloodline. So, and Paul Heyman doesn't know what he's gonna do. We might see a turn face by Paul Heyman, but we have to see what happens. So there you have it. The Bloodline defeats Kevin Owens and Randy Orton by pinfall. I had this pick correct. I believe Canadian Yorker picked Randy Orton and Kevin Owens to win this match, so he was incorrect. So basically, that's just that. But it was a great match. Street fight, obviously. Bloodline rules again. Interference by a new member of the Bloodline, but it is what it is. It's no surprise they have done this. Interference after interference. But the Bloodline comes out victorious in this street fight, which was made by Nick Aldis. It was supposed to be a tag team match, but it was switched to a street fight because Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, the Bloodline, they couldn't control their composure, and they started to brawl, causing them to attack security when security came in and tried to separate them. But the Bloodline is victorious, defeating Kevin Owens and Randy Orton by pinfall. What a match, actually, despite the interference. But moving on, we got the triple threat match. We got the triple threat match between Bayley, who's defending the WWE Women's Championship, against Tiffany Stratton. Toodles, it's Tiffy time, versus Naomi. Obviously, the three of them kind of flew around, and then, it was back and forth. Tiffany Stratton, center of the universe, Barbie girl. Toodles, it's Tiffy time. Actually, she dominated at one point in this match, and obviously, it's every woman for herself. Went back and forth. It was like they were just trying to get sneaky pitfall after pitfall, and it was funny. And then Naomi, Naomi is great. She's athletic. Bayley, obviously, at one point, Bayley and Naomi teamed up together. They hit the 3D on Tiffany Stratton to take her out of the match. And Tiffany Stratton, like I said, Tiffy time, dominated at one point, slamming both women's back first into the announce table. It was the English announce table and then the French commentator table. That's when Tiffany Stratton went for her prettiest moonsault ever, which I missed. She missed it. I missed the prettiest moonsault ever. This lady ran. This girl right here. This girl. It's Tiffy time. It's Tiffy time. It's Tiffy time. So, but then they moved out of the way. That's when they hit 3D on Tiffany. I'm like, nah. And then Naomi and Bayley was able to do the 1-on-1. That's when Bayley was able to sneak a pin by pinfall. So Bayley was the schoolboy pin. It was a sneak pin to retain the title. I was kind of expecting Bayley to hit her Rose Plant move, unless she retired it and found some other way to win. I don't know. But Bayley retained. Bayley defeats Tiffany Stratton and Naomi by pinfall to retain the WWE Women's Championship, and it was quite obvious that she was going to retain. There's no way that she was going to drop the title that quick, and the respect between Bayley and Naomi. Obviously, I could see these two girls team up. I can see Bayley and Naomi team up and be a tag team, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Now that Bayley is a singles competition with the championship. But Tiffany Stratton, as you can see, if you guys are new to my channel and haven't seen the shirt, I'm a huge Tiffany Stratton fan. Obviously I've been watching her since she was in her NXT days. Basically, if you guys didn't see what my the shirt says, this is the back of the shirt. That's actually Tiffany in her NXT days, and this is Tiffany right here. Obviously. So Bayley wins the triple threat match to retain her WWE Women's Championship. But But yeah, I got the pick right. I picked Bayley as well as my friend Canadian Yorker. We both picked Bayley. So Bayley, well deserved. Tiffany Stratton, she deserves a run at a title. I can see her winning Money in the Bank, obviously. I love her. I would love to see Tiffy time to win Money in the Bank. But moving on, we got the World Heavyweight Championship. We got Damian Priest, one half of the Judgment Day, defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Jey Uso. And you know, this is interesting because it was interesting because Jey Uso wants to do the yeet chant in front of Damian Priest, and he didn't have it. And this is when chaos happened. Jade McDonough got involved. Damian Priest got pissed off then that he specifically told Jade McDonough that he didn't need any help. And then that's when Finn Balor came around. That's just that. And then it seems like Jey Uso was gonna win the championship, but Jade McDonough put Damian Priest's foot on the bottom rope after Jey Uso hit a spear and then the Uso splash. And that's when Jey Uso had enough of Finn Balor and speared him. And then that's when he went onto the top rope. And that's when Damian Priest went up to the top rope as well. And then hit the South of Heaven. That's when he hit Jey Uso with the South of Heaven in the middle rope to retain the title. After the match, this is when it got interesting. That's when JD McDonough and Finn Balor attacked Jey Uso. But Damian Priest stopped them and pushed Jamie off and said that he had enough. You know, obviously there's some non-communications there. You know, obviously that's just showing that the Damian Priest might turn face and go on his own, or Damian Priest might just get kept. And like I said in that WrestleMania 40 preview or aftermath video, this is the start of the downfall of the Judgment Day. This is when Rhea Ripley is completely out of action. That's what happens when Rhea Ripley's out. The Judgment Day falls apart. That's at one point she took a hiatus, and then she came out and it's like Dominic Mysterio lost his North American Championship. And then what the hell happened? Me and Finn are gone, and then it's just chaos. But Damian Priest defeats Jey Uso by pinfall to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. And I know people are going to be like, oh, Jey should have won after that amazing entrance. Like I said, the crowd in France was absolutely amazing. It was so loud. It was an amazing atmosphere to witness. Obviously, the fireflies of Jey Uso's entrance, it was amazing. But Damian Priest, it was kind of clear that he wasn't going to drop the title that quick. But I picked Damian Priest in this one, which I was correct. So far, I'm perfect in picks. Canadian Yorker also picked Damian Priest as well. So we both were right about this game, but we're right about this match, excuse me. Damian Priest defeats Jey Uso by pinfall to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. So that's that. Moving on to the next match, we got the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. We got the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. So this was actually a great match. Obviously, going to this match, I picked Bianca and Jade, and honestly, there were times that I thought that the Kabuki Warriors were actually going to beat Bianca and Jade. I was like, oh my god, that would have been probably one of the biggest wins in Asuka's and Kairi Sane's career. But it went back and forth, and this is a match that, because it seems like Jade Cargill doesn't really take a lot of damage when she helped Bayley and Naomi fed off damage control, or was it Bianca? Excuse me. But this match shows that Jade Cargill did take a bit of a damage. Took a bit of damage. She took a lot of damage in this match against the Kabuki Warriors. At one point, the Kabuki Warriors were dominating. Taking control. At one point, both Asuka and Kairi Sane locked the armbar in Bianca and Jade. But come on, man, the strengths of Bianca and Jade is just insane. But there was something that was confusing in this match that I want to mention. I think it was Kairi Sane and I don't remember if she was pinning Bianca or Jade. The referee said that Kairi's Sane wasn't legal, like she couldn't get the pin. It was Asuka that was legal, but still, Kairi's Sane still got the pin. Still got the tag to Asuka. I'm like, what the hell happened? The referee said that she wasn't legal, she wasn't able to pin her, but then instead she tags Asuka in. Like, what the hell? That was so confusing. But it went back and forth, obviously, and at the end it was close. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill was huge. Jade Cargill was the save of the match for her team. That's when I thought Kairi Sane and Asuka were gonna win, but then Jade Cargill bringing up the pin with the elbow drop, and then hit her move Jaded, and then Bianca hit Asuka with the KOD on stage to cord the pin. We got new Women's Tag Team Championship, man. And I said it before, the Kabuki Warriors are a bunch of frauds. They didn't defend the titles at WrestleMania. Like, what is that shit poop? But Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are your new WWE Women's Tag Team Championships champions as they defeat the Kabuki Warriors by pinfall. Holy shit. And look, I'll say this before. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, they're two powerhouses that probably can't be defeated. But this is a thing I want to discuss maybe in the future, maybe with Canadian Yorker or in a future broadcast. But I'll say it again real quick. Bianca could turn on Jade. I talked about how many times tag teams had turned on each other. We saw Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey win the Women's Tag Team Championships. That was actually when I went with Canadian Yorker and our friend Joey to the event. And what you know, Shayna Baszler turned on Ronda Rousey. I said this again with Bianca and Jade. They seem like an unstoppable force, and I can't see who can take the titles off of them. But who knows? Bianca is due for a turn, a heel turn. So I wouldn't be surprised if Bianca turns on Jade to cost them the tag team titles. And that's what people have been saying. Oh, I want to see a feud between Jade and Bianca. I kind of was wrong about it. That was going to happen at WrestleMania. But instead they were tag teaming. But I would love to see Bianca and Jade in a feud. But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Bianca turns heel. I mean, she's due for a heel turn. Who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised if Bianca's the one that turns on Jade, costing them the tag team championship, maybe losing it to someone on Friday Night Smackdown. But we have to see what happens. But at the end, it's Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defeating the Kabuki Warriors by pinfall to become the new Women's Tag Team Champions. It was a great match, obviously. It was great. It was now, because that's the thing was, I think Bianca's done with Damage Control because that's it. Damage Control's got traded to Raw. So, but moving on, Bianca, Jade are the new Women's Tag Team Champions. Congratulations. Can't wait to see who their first title defense is. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, well, I wouldn't say Damage Control because it'll be on Monday Night Raw. They would have to go, they'll be on SmackDown and wait for a new challenger. Maybe Chelsea Green and Piper Nivens. But moving on to the main event, we got the undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes defending it against AJ Styles. I want to make this clear, guys. They actually changed the name. So instead of Undisputed Universal WWE Championship, they just got rid of the Universal and called it Undisputed WWE Championship. So in a couple of my videos, I kind of didn't know. So I apologize. But Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles facing off in the main event. This was a unbelievable match. Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles. Oh, by the way, sorry. Me and Canadian Yorker got the Bianca and Jade pick right. But this Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles match was great. I actually saw AJ Styles I thought at one point AJ Styles was gonna win. This was AJ Styles took advantage. I remember it was a scary moment when I think Rhodes hit the top of his head on the on the ring apron. I think a brain buster, and he was out. AJ Styles hit a springboard 450 on Cody Rhodes at one point, and that was like almost so close. But then it was back and forth. You know, and then AJ Styles obviously went for a phenomenal forearm, but it was countered with a super kick. Cody Rhodes actually took one of Brock Lesnar's move. It's the Kimura lock, but Styles escaped, and then Cody Rhodes was able to hit a huge Cody cutter on the top rope, following by a crossroads to retain the title. Cody Rhodes survived an unbelievable match. Cody Rhodes defeats AJ Styles to retain the undisputed WWE Championship, and I'm like, wow. And of course, me and Canadian Yorker got this pick as well. So there you have it, guys. Cody Rhodes defeats AJ Styles by pinfall. They were not gonna make Cody Rhodes lose that title that quick. That would have been embarrassing. But the question is, are they gonna do a rematch between Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles, or are they just gonna find Cody another opponent? The next pay-per-view is King and Queen Ring of the King, or something like that. I don't remember. But this was a great main event. Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles putting up a show in France. Like I said, the fans were absolutely amazing in this event. It was great. But anyways, I'm actually perfect in my picks. I picked everything correct. And in terms of grading of this pay-per-view, I give this an A-. This was a great pay-per-view, and the crowd was wow. It was so loud. And I just want to give a shout out to Jessica Carr. Is that her name? I can't remember, but the female referee that was refereeing the Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles. That's her first ever main event match that she's refereeing. Jessica Carr, whatever her name is. Excuse me, I'm just gonna look it up real quick. Sorry, because I'm pretty much done with Yes, her name's Jessica Carr. So congratulations on her refereeing her first ever main event. So and shout out to Samantha Irwin. She's awesome. She had some awesome moments there as well. But in terms of the grading, like I said, I give this show an A- because of that Cody AJ match. Great to see, Bianca and Jade win the title. Win the tag team titles, and then, like I said, another reason why I give it an A- is the French crowd there in France was unbelievable. Like I said, it was a great atmosphere to witness. It was one of the greatest fan base I have ever seen. France is great. That's why WWE needs to be more outside of the U.S. I know it's happened multiple times, But anyways, that is my recap video for WrestleMania, Backlash, France, whatever. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys are new to my channel, what's up? Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe button. Be sure to check out my friend Canadian Yorker's YouTube channel, which will be in the link of this description, as well as our wrestling channel, which is WWE Wrestling Bros, which will also be in the description of this video. Check out the links in the description. Like, subscribe. My name is Bruno Steele. I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your Sunday night. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.